Do you have a favorite shrub? I do. Actually, probably more than one. If it counts the camellias, which are blooming here on the Volta side of our property that look like big rose bushes. And then this one right behind me, that is technically a shrub. This is called the Daphne shrub. And it has these beautiful little flowers that smell incredible. People have stopped and asked me if we've sprayed perfume over here as they walk by on the sidewalk. I'm Pastor Brett Wilson here at Georgetown Lutheran Church, coming to you with our Wednesday Faith Connection video here in the season of Lent. And this may not look like a very Lenten scene to you. The flowers are spectacularly blooming, it's a sunny day, there's joyful things to talk about, and it doesn't really feel like the sober, disciplined self-reflection of Lent, but it is, because this Lent we are inviting you to find the holy in the everyday. So I want to invite you to notice the shrubs and how God works through them. In fact, maybe even to notice how this, our beautiful, old, historic, and a little shabby church is maybe like one of God's shrubs, and beautifully holy in that way. We often walk by things and don't even notice. Here on a regular Wednesday in the middle of the neighborhood with construction going on across the street and the noise of the neighborhood, we can get so caught up. But God is in all of these things. And the opportunity to make each moment mindfully a way that we can invite God in and notice the way God is working in the good and in the struggle, I think is a worthy discipline for us to pick up in this season of Lent. So about shrubs, I do have favorite shrubs, and one of them is our congregation. The first Sunday that I ever was here for my call vote, for the congregation to vote me as pastor, the scripture text I had to preach on was this parable from the Gospel of Matthew. It reads, Jesus presented another parable to the crowds. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a farmer sowed in the field. It is the smallest of all seeds, but when it has grown, it becomes the greatest of shrubs. It becomes a tree, so that all the birds of the air can come to perch in its branches. That's from Matthew 13. And I love that phrase, the greatest of shrubs, because it at one time acknowledges the deep humility and littleness and everydayness that we each are, and even the glorious things are. And at the other hand, it applauds it, the greatest of shrubs, like this Daphne. And for that first Sunday, I chose this art for the bulletin, which I've now gotten a print for my office. This is by American author Janknegt, who reflects on a lot of the different scenes from the Gospels, and this one is on this parable. It is called World's Smallest Seed. Don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but you can look it up. And at the bottom, it's like a tourist attraction with a big sign that says World's Smallest Seed, and it's pointing, and I love that just like us, here at Georgetown Lutheran, it is in the midst of the city, just like you may feel sometimes lost in it, but in the midst of that, this greatest of shrubs grows up into a great tree that houses and makes a safe space for, like on cue, the bird chirping behind me, all the different birds of the air. And some of them are a little funny looking, just like us, and they're all different colors and shapes. And I love this image of something so ordinary and so blessed to make a home for others. There actually are birds back in the shrubs behind me, and I invite you to find where today God meets you in the ordinary, everyday stuff. Be blessed. Know that God is with you.